I'm going to be taking a look at some algae, some pond water, and some plants that I collected down at the Greenville Park near the baseball diamonds where the stream is. And the first thing that I noticed was that swimming around we have a nice little worm. Can you see him under the microscope? Right there. Look at how small that guy is. So I'm going to set this camera straight into the microscope. Do you see him? So this is under the lowest magnification. I can bring up the brightness, but that'll just make him a little bit warmer, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to turn down the brightness. Change the position of the light. There we go. Now he is not sandwiched between the slide and the cover glass. I'm not going to squish this bug. I'm going to put him back into the water when I'm done with him. What do we see? We see a few things moving along in his intestines. We see what might be either organs or perhaps a stomach full of food, if he has a stomach, or some sort of a tract along his body. He's got a tail with something coming out of the tail. Okay, let's take a closer look at him. I might have to put him underneath a cover slip if he keeps moving. Here's my first test. I just played a little bit with the lighting, still under bright field like this, but I moved a finger of plastic in the way to give no bleak shadow, a shadow of light to the side. I like this. When the shadow completely covers him, we have this nice dark background. And now here's with the oil dark field condenser in place. This is not just my finger moving the light, this is a special product to make dark field work better. Here's at 4 times. Here is at 10 times objective. This is definitely my favorite shot. You can even see that his 2 eyes are red. Let me turn down the light so you can see that. On the bottom right are his 2 eyes, and I'm seeing them as distinctly red. Now note, because we don't have light passing through him much anymore, we don't see the dark food in his digestive tract the same way we did before. But with this, we do see more of the surface features, like the small hairs that I didn't notice before. See the little hairs running along his body? I tried to get closer with a tighter zoom, but this dark field wasn't designed for something this thick, and we see a lot of glare. I'm adjusting the light source right now. There's his red eyes, we can see. Now back to a 10 times objective, still with this oil dark field condenser, just to get this shot. There's the two eyes that I saw. Changing the focal plane gives us more of his intestinal tract moving along. I'm going to put him back in the water now and move on to something different from the pond sample. I saw something small floating in the pond water and decided to take a look at it. And what I'm seeing is perhaps the, what do you call it, exoskeleton, the outside of some small bug. I really don't know what this clump of pond debris is. Let's take a look at it a little bit closer. So here he is normally. Here he is with some oblique lighting, some shadowing. I do this just by moving the filter holder underneath the light source, or over the light source. Or you can just put your finger in the way. I keep moving it over. Now you can really see that this resembles the shell of some insect. Or maybe a little lump of them. Now with the proper dark field condenser in, at 10 times objective, we can see some really nice coloring coming out of here. I'm not using any polarizers. I will in the future. Rather, the color effects that you see here are just from this shell. I'm just changing the focus a lot to see every part of it. Now I want to zoom in, take a look at the creature there.